Good evening, Internet.
Hello, Mr. Internet. How are we doing tonight? We're just testing.
Why aren't you answering us?
Yeah,
Hang on,
Internet
I'm on
meant to
Facebook
answer
now.
us.
Here we go.
What is going on,
We're
everyone?
live on Facebook for the first time.
And we're going to talk at the same time. That rhymes.
Hello, face fuckers.
Hey, we're on Facebook. God, you gotta be nice.
We're
to
on
people.
Facebook. Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook. Don't let us get zucked.
Zuck should be hitting the gym right now, not patrolling our live stream.
All right. The biggest thing we want to talk about in this live, I think it's the news in the world right now. Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk. No.
Look, I'm Team Elon all day. I know Mark Zuckerberg.
Hey, let's be honest. Wait, let's be honest. We know why they want to fight now.
Elon's South African, bro. He will literally murder him, man. No way, bro. He'll go full Cape Town on him and just
full Cape Town.
And he's actually
right. On that, you literally full Cape Town is where I'm drawing the line. Don't change subject. Yeah, what's good? This is the first stream we've had since the event.
And the first stream on Facebook.
And our first stream in a while.
Yeah, we've been lazy. We're not going to lie. We enjoyed our time off. But that's because we have a pretty big undertaking coming.
A whole lot of
audio is good.
Yeah, I told you the audio would be good.
The audio is magnificent.
So yeah, how are people doing? Sound off in the chat. Where are you watching from? How are you watching? Are you in the toilet? Are you smoking a billy in your shed? What are you doing?
Are you punching your mate Billy? Are you smoking your mate Billy?
Are we doing the news segment or should we just...
No, we're going to wait for that.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. I need to finish preparing for that.
Yeah, he needs to finish preparing for the news segment, but...
Oh, I need a reference.
What's good, Bodsy? Just for tuning in. We're having one of them lazy sessions, you know what I mean?
Where'd you get that from?
It was an article.
If I just Google that, will it come up?
Yeah. Google the exact same
I love how we're like, oh yeah, get ready before the stream starts.
We are ready before the stream starts.
They sat here for half an hour and talked.
We're mostly ready.
Hey, Bodsy's on the Facebook. Look at him.
Yeah, he's like, wow, you guys are streaming on the Facebook. Yeah, that's right.
And we didn't even tell you.
We took the next step in evolution. Isn't that ironic? It's the evolution wrap-up. Alright. Overall, we're probably going to tell you a little bit about evolution, but all the battles are out now, so you can go check them out. So we don't really have to wrap up crap.
Should we give them our thoughts and opinions?
Thoughts and opinions. Everyone's delivered on the night. That's pretty much what all I have to say. You know, but I don't try not to pick favourites and everything. Give me a second, guys. That camera.
All right. You know what we need to do?
Refocus and focus here.
What do we need to do, Mr. C?
What do you believe was the battle of the night?
Ooh.
Because a few people have been asking, what did you think of mine? What did you think of mine?
I'm a very public fanboy of Oscar the Disciple, so just that battle alone was probably my battle of the night.
I would say that.
And I'm biased, man. As soon as that battle got announced, before I even heard the other battles, I was like, yep, that's battle of the night.
Yeah,
look, personally, I believe Otis, if he came a bit harder, like he spent a whole...
How much harder?
Well, he spent a whole round on one ski. I think that, his...
That in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I know, but I feel like that was such a waste
just because he used the whole punch of that round to say the exact same thing you did
No, I'm talking about his second.
What about his third?
The battles are at his third. I reckon if his third was better than Oscar's first. In my opinion. But I reckon Oscar won that.
Yeah, Oscar in general probably did win that. There's I try to stay impartial because if people are wondering what is my opinion? My thing is I'm just happy that you guys deliver. I'm not ever going to pick a side because I don't want to seem like some dude that,
Oi, would you believe that not only in a rap battle, but Mr. Sick delivers day job?
Yeah.
Oh my
god. This man is just pure
deliveries 24/7.
He will take over King of the Dot before anyone else.
He even recently had a kid. Deliveries all the time.
No doctors. He delivered it, bro. He lives and breathes delivery. You don't even understand.
Lives and breathes deliveries. There isn't.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sick.
He's going to change his name from someone sick to Mr. Post It.
Mr. Posted.
I do eat chicken liver, so I do liver as well.
Different to liver.
That's good.
The
Alright,
bad bars, put them.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
What we were saying, right?
Deliver.
Oscar brought three best rounds of it. Yeah, that was my opinion as well. I still think.
See, here's the thing where I'm clashed on that. Like, yeah, Oscar got 3 friggin' dope rounds. But so did Decay. So I can't pick either one of them. And so did, like, Kimura. So you can't say anyone had the 3 best rounds of the night. All I say is, like...
And this is exactly why we don't do judge battles. Like, unless there's something on the line.
Here's the thing. This is my explanation for it. Unless there's something on the line. Because your judging criteria may not be the same as mine. Or his. So everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Because it's not like I can definitively say, yeah, this punch connected. Like, I'm elaborating with fights. Because it doesn't work like that. It's what you think's good may not be the same as what I think's good.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Me and you have complete different taste in music.
Yeah. Me and him, we clash all the time because what his idea was good in the battle was different from what my idea was good in the battle.
Oh, 100%.
Shout out Big Viking who commented, by the way.
Shout outs to Big Viking.
My bad. I was listening. Special shout out to Mr. Viking.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're not here to have them controversial views or everything, and we want to thank all the viewers that are.
Thank all of the viewers.
No, I want to thank all.
Please don't ban us for saying that.
Don't ban us. Damn it, just ripped the plywood off the bottom of the table.
That we glued back?
Yeah, that we glued back the other week.
We'll glue it again.
Glue it back.
But it's glued back with liquid nails, and you know what happens if you try to rip it up.
Oh,
yeah, we can't say, but that's what happens.
Things happen to your digestive system that you don't want to know about.
Anyway, leading on to our next thing.
Battle of the night.
No, we're just going from the bottom up.
Man, okay,
about Oscar. Let's go next one.
Oscar did, like, I remember even, like, I think it was the day before the battle or something. Oscar might correct me on this, but, like, I caught up with him, like, just before the battle, and he was kind of, like, he says to me, he's like, oh, man, like, I want to show you what I've written, but, like, I love your live reactions, so I kind of just want to save it for the night. And I was like, yeah, do whatever, man. And he's like, oh, fuck it, I'll show you, like, my weakest round. And he spat me as round 2, and I said to him, I was like, bro, if this is your weakest round, like, you've got this in the bag. Like, he is seriously, like, I don't know where he gets his inspiration from, but the dude's good. Biggest fan. Oscar, when you make a shirt, I want one. Autograph it.
That's the thing. And the way that this is the thing. When it comes to me, what's going to be paramount above everything is, yes, you got to be really talented and skilled, obviously, or like I'm going to help you develop that. But professionalism is paramount to me. Like, if you can show me that you're going to conduct yourself the right way, because I'm going to be honest, when I was young and I was coming up in this thing, I was one of them dudes that didn't conduct himself the right way. I have a lot of people that don't really like me because of it. But from their point of view, I completely understand it. So like, I've found over the last few years, people are starting to come around, but there's other people that still don't like me. And I don't want that for any of you guys. So when it comes to people like Oscar that conduct themselves perfectly, exactly.
Shout out Oscar who's watching.
By
the way, as well, I just want to say...
Yes, and Oscar, actually, I did want a piece on this wall behind us, so I'll supply the paint if you want to come down and do it.
Just one thing I wanted to say as well. I don't want to sound too one-sided. Like, I've got to give props to Otis where it's due. Like, that dude has, like, 2 things on lock. Like, he shows up and he doesn't stumble. He doesn't make mistakes. And he has... like, crowd engagement to a T.
Yeah,
like, he says, like, he can say anything, dude, and, like, the crowd will give him the reaction.
This is the thing that scares me.
And he pulls it off well. Like,
this is the thing that scares me. The whole new generation. You guys are learning so much quicker than I did. You're learning so much quicker than all the younger, like, everyone else from my generation did. It kind of scares me, because I'm like, you bastards are going to end up better than I ever could have been.
100%.
Like,
I 100% agree.
It's literally, like, it...
And that's why he wants to do a compliment battle, because he's scared.
Shut up.
No, how sad is this? It took me and you, both of us, like at least 5 battles before we mastered what we're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas there's people coming in
they're doing
on
3,
a tryout event,
3.
and next event they're on the main card.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm happy to be that dude that's like giving people the platform. You know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
Like, for a long time there wasn't the platform, and I'm not going to lie, I was selfish for a long time. I was sitting there for like 2 or 3 years thinking someone else will do this and I won't have to, and I can just, come in and have the fun battle and everything. But when I realised that no one else was going to, I was like, well, I'm not letting this die for our city. So thanks someone sick for twisting my arm into it.
He twisted something else too.
Oh, it was actually months
Can't
of
talk about
convincing. So
Yeah, it was months. It was literally back and forth, back and forth. Literally, I remember the first message, right? Because here's the funniest thing: I hadn't spoken to him since like 2015, so it had been like 7 full years at this point. I'm like, yeah, I remember you. Like for like the first few
I'm
weeks.
actually
of
curious to scroll up the conversation and see what we were talking about.
It was, I reckon, it was small talk for the first like few messages, and then you were like, oh, if I yada yada, and then I turned around and we started like negotiating, and then by the end of it, I was like, I help you.
It was a whole lot of what are you wearing? No, you hang up. No, you hang up. And
We're
then
not talking about your conversations with Kamira, bro.
they get like that.
Alright, but yeah, no. Shout out to Oscar getting back on track. Love the way you work, love the way you conduct yourself. Like, uh, that's it. Most of the dudes that are on the roster or like working their way up, like, that's the one thing I can tell you is just if you want to, there's all that thing about the like promotion of battles where you can like, say shit on promo, but there's no need to actually get into a hateful conversation where you're going back and forth in the DMs and everything like that. It's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to ruin what would have been a great, entertaining battle if you guys hadn't ever made it into beef.
Mm.
So,
100%.
but that's the thing. And especially, you don't want to seem like it's confrontational because it's going to be harder to get booked anywhere else. But if you seem like you're a good dude that's easy to work with, boom, the opportunities will fly in.
100%.
It's like having a real job. Like if you're easy to work with, like you're generally going to go places compared to someone who's just resistant to everything and just tries to break the mold in a way that's not necessary. Like just don't like the way I draw the line anyway. Like especially when it comes to trash talk, is like trash talk your opponent online, make a meme or whatever. But if you say and just blatant lies that could hurt someone's reputation, don't do that. Like that's crossing a line. Like that's not battle rap. That's just being a dick. So like just try and have some kind of moral compass. You know what I mean? Like Pat Stay even said like battle rappers are the rudest people on the planet. Doesn't mean you have to legitimately be a shit person. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
100%. And Pat Stay was the rudest rapper. He would cross boundaries that didn't like
yeah, it's
Well,
just
I
someone else would cross.
yeah.
But when outside of the battle, he was the nicest guy you'd
Let's
ever
put
met.
it this
That's
way.
what everyone
Like, I
says.
still remember the most
Like-
brutal thing I've ever heard said in a battle.
Marv 1
No.
exactly.
versus Marv 1.
No,
Yeah,
versus the Saurus.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
That's way more
The
brutal.
Father's Day bar?
Yeah, where it's like, this is worse. This is going to leave you traumatized more than the time you looked inside your father's eyes and watched him die.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
absolutely, like,
And Thesaurus's face, like...
yeah, he's just
like
looking
he's
at him
got-
like, I hate you. And now, it's funny because you can see how battle rap bonds people together because the Saurus was one of the people that, when Pat passed, it was like, hit him the hardest.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, that's the thing. It just goes to show, like, battle rap is battle rap at the end of the day. People are going to cross some lines, but the thing is, when you step into the pit or the stage or any format, wherever it is, that pretty much comes with the territory. As much as it sucks to say, as much as people like want to fight over a lot of stuff that's said, at the end of the day, you're both doing it for the same reason because you love battle rap. And like, this is the thing: battle rap is the opposite to playing sets. Sets will build your ego, make you feel on top of the world, whereas battle rap will destroy you mentally, trying to prepare for it, and then like getting through it is the hurdle.
Mm.
But then
Yeah.
once you're through it, you're glad that you're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
So, but on that next token, moving on to the next battle, Decay versus Fetus. Fetus, I have to say, he had a full 360 moment with that.
Can I expose Mr. Fetus real quick? He
Yeah,
hasn't,
you can.
he hasn't
Yeah.
directly confirmed this, but I'm going to expose this man. So, like, literally, it was like 3 days. I'm sure Fetus is literally watching this, so he'll correct me on the way, and I'm okay with this. But it was like 3 days out from our battle. He hits me up, and he's like, "Oh, how old are you?" Like, out of curiosity, and I was like, "Man, like, this better not be battle related. We don't have the time for this shit." And he's like, "Oh, no, some shit." And I was like, "Oh, whatever. I'm 24. Do with it what you want." And then like he pulls out like so during our battle, he pulls out a A3, not an A4 piece of paper, an A3 poster
Yeah.
of like and like just to clarify as well, that's not an actual screenshot because I am legitimately banned on Tinder and that was way before I took that photo. Anyway, the bio that was like written underneath the profile was actually his bars for that entire scheme. And like the whole crowd were lapping it up. This is why this man is a genius. Like the crowd, the crowd
didn't
was
know that.
the crowd was so absorbed in what was happening on the top half of the picture that they didn't realize he literally was reading it off his phone, pretty much. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
I realized then and there, he's realized during rehearsal he didn't have enough length, and he's thrown that in at the last second and going, "How can I get away with reading this?" And that man got away with it. And like, people say what you want about Fetus, like he has definitely got something that a lot of us are lacking, and that is literally just life age. Like he's
Not even
almost,
that. It's
he's
just
30.
It's personality.
Yeah, and he's got like he's just you can tell he's a smart dude. Like pulling that out, like I straight away was like, like because when 360 and had that keynote moment with that letter, that was pretty much that whole thing. That was a body. That made that whole battle a body. You know what I mean? And I know there are going to be people on the internet that are going to be like, Decay got bodied because that happened. And look, here's my compromise. I'll give him that round because that is a power move. But I am not putting myself in the keynote pocket. So you can come off it with that opinion, right?
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if you can edge either 1 or 3 defeaters, like it is so debatable because I'm not gonna lie. Just with that in 2, he won.
But like, that was a play, bro. And like, I'm not gonna lie because Oscar pulled out a prop. So like, if anyone's watching and don't remember, Oscar filled out rehab paperwork for me and gave it to me in our battle. And so Fetus did the Tinder thing. So like, I've now been just going ape shit, rocking back and forth, trying to think of like all these prop ideas just for future battles that I can just whip out. And like, it's opened up a whole new avenue. Like, I love just bouncing off these other artists.
See, and here's
like,
the thing: like years ago, like when it came to battle rap, I was such more in like a serious headspace. Nowadays, I'm seeing more the like entertainment aspect of all of this. So it's really just fun to watch it from the outside in.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I'd love to do this, like do real dumb stuff, as in like to be honest, I really want to do, and I'll say this live on stream, I really want to do like a themed event where it's like it's all costumes and people have to battle in the person that their like costume was assigned as. But for instance, we could have like a Batman versus Superman match.
I'll be Pete.
What?
Pete.
Pete who?
Minecraft Pete.
Oh, see,
Shotgun.
I want to do like a Chris Brown and Rihanna battle.
I'll be Chris
Wow.
Brown.
Ruin the fan punch.
Full dibs. On
No, you did not.
Alhamdulillah, brother, you do not step in my territory like that. Full dibs.
I'll be Chris Brown.
Which takes us to a conversation from earlier where me and Soap.
Oh, no one would have got that. That was so funny.
I couldn't say it.
He just leans in, shows him the colour of his arm, and goes, "I'll be Chris Brown."
Oh, man. Bro, it seemed a bit...
Man, that reminds me of like a conversation that
Yeah,
me and Soap
that's-
had.
That's what we're
Huh?
thinking. Oh, sorry, the comment just down there. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We're going to be doing like a few themed
Shout
events.
out Tyler.
That whole idea of like dressed out and everything would be crazy. See, that's the type of thing that we want. The dressed up is like all different stuff. People could do like Batman versus Superman. You could have like
Yeah, but you don't pick your costume.
Yeah, you just get assigned
He
the match.
picks it.
Yeah, you get assigned the match. I'm gonna be like, all right, your opponent is like, for instance, one of you to be like Harry Potter, the other one's Voldemort. You know what I mean? I'll be like, all right,
Oh, Pell can be...
Hagrid. No, sorry, that's the old dead thing, but yeah, that's pretty much what I think would be good. Because it's more about the entertainment sort of things. Like, you guys are all getting the experience, but we figure if we push you beyond your horizons, you'll be able to do some crazy things, vice in any type of a match. Because if you're pushed to like have boundaries within what you're writing, like, and you're writing it from a different perspective and stuff like that, that's just crazy experience. Like, I wish I was young and people were like, "Oh yeah, I want you to battle as John Cena versus Roman Reigns." You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
All right.
Man, sorry, people, lips sealed.
We just got direct information from Bodsy headquarters to not release confidential information that you didn't
Well,
even
you're
know
gonna say
was
no.
coming.
Yeah,
So,
he said no.
no.
Oh.
So
I said yes.
No, he said no.
no, he said no. So
He
like,
said no.
so the viewers have no idea what we're talking about. So all I'm doing is I'm dangling a carrot in your
Yeah.
face, telling you that there's news out there that we might have gonna possibly, maybe told you, but now we're not going to. But it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
You'll hear about it.
It'll be soon. Very soon.
Sometime.
Stick to, that's a good
Get
idea.
around to it.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing to say. Do you hear that? That's the bell notification. That is the notifications that is saying switch them on. Make sure you got notifications on for every time we go live on every platform. Yeah.
And that is a segue because not only are you hearing bell notifications, but you're also hearing a buzzing sound going off in the background. And that's not your mother pleasuring herself. That is your uncle using the new Manscaped 4.0 Watch Your Mouth edition. Right? They have been a very loyal sponsor of ours since day one, and they've now made a machine specifically after us for the second time because the Lawnmower 4.0 was released because of Watch Your Mouth in the first place, and now they've just gone and rebranded it even better. It will not nick your Gucci. You won't hurt your. It won't ruin your day.
Get your sensitive areas, all right?
It won't do nothing bad to you. Just buy it. www.manscaped.com/watch your mouth for 0% off.
You have
And-
to watching yourself.
Sweet, and we're gonna be doing here. See that? Oscar just confirmed. See this white wall behind us? I'll be buying paint, and we're getting another piece done behind us to do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
And Big Vikings just chimed in. I'm in Elizabeth. All I hear is sirens.
Straight up.
Man, that hit me
Wow.
straight in the feels, man.
Bro, when I worked at the Total Tools over there, man, like I remember every day, bro, we were just counting emergency services just flying past the shop, bro.
It's
Like,
bad.
and one time I even saw I saw a cop just or literally cause like a 3-car collision in the middle of Main North Road because he was speeding to the cop shop. Before you don't do that.
Learn from him, kids. All right.
That's
We
right.
got really off topic.
Yeah, I know.
What's the topic to begin with?
The recap of Evolution.
Your battle. Yeah, exactly. All right. Good recap of the battle. It was amazing. It was a good battle. It was definitely not what I was expecting from those guys. Like DK sucked, but feet no.
Can we just also say something else that Fetus did that was really sneaky?
What?
The whole fucking event, he looked at all of us. This is some serial killer type of shit, but he was looking at us all with a straight face. He was rocking a beanie. Like,
Bro, yeah.
there was no hint of what he had done.
And that's crazy because, like, so anyone that's
Hello?
not aware what we're talking about, so during the battle, Fetus did a whole scheme where he talks about, like, I shaved my head to make myself look like a baby or some shit. He pulls off his beanie, and, like, I knew that he was going to come with bars about me bleaching my head like Slim Shady, so I shaved my head, like, a week out from the battle and just didn't post it anywhere. And he didn't know. And he's pulled off his beanie and gone, I shaved my head. I've pulled off my hat and gone, me too. And the only thing that disappointed me in that whole interaction was Soapsuds shaved his head too. And
Yeah, like I was wait. I was gonna lie. I didn't want to ruin the battle. I was so close to just being like background.
that was actually dumb, bro. Like, I couldn't believe it, man.
And wait, just for those wondering, no, I did not shave. This is even more ironic. The night before, right, on like the Thursday night, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta shave my head. My hair's too long. Boom, like get rid of all my hair. And then I called Decay. About an hour later, he's like, "What's up, bro?" Answers the phone. He's bald. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Like, am I?
Yeah, so we did it on
You know what's funny? And I joined in on the call. I'm like talking to you. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm like, wait, fuck is both bald.
Yeah, it was one of the best things I've seen in a while. But
That was fun, bro.
yeah, that whole event up to there. But let's get to the co-main: Mr. Sick versus Pell. All right.
Like disclaimer. I'll say a couple of disclaimers.
Yeah, you'd be
About
like,
things I said about Pell. Round one, I accused him of smoking ice. I do not know if he does or not. Entertainment purposes only. I speak for myself when I say this. Everything I say in battles is absolute nonsense. Like,
I'm so glad that he puts the disclaimer on all of that because what he says
look,
in battles.
Pell's a nice guy. I feel bad
Hey,
if someone's.
I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say who, but I had an influential source in like Australian battle rap, right? Like, say he watched it and he's like, bro, that is some of the most extreme things I've ever seen said in a battle. I was like, what you mean? Well, he's like, ever, any battle, any league, worldwide, like, what the hell? That guy said. And you know what? I'm proud that I brought that to the masses. But when it comes to Pell did so well too. And this is the thing, I've been trying to tell people, like, in the modern era, race jokes don't work anymore.
Shout out, Keno.
And, like, this is the thing, Pell had a good rebuttal. I'm not going to say it here because obviously we're on Facebook. We can't say anything like that, especially if it's a race show. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but we're not saying we condone any of that. It's strictly for performance purposes and what is it? Artistic expression purposes. But damn, that was so funny. But no one got it. But I think
Yeah.
that's because no one can actually tell your ethnicity.
I know. I could be anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just awesome for the way that everything's working out, and especially for the whole scene because everyone's coming with something different.
100%.
There's something for every.
Well, no, I'm a bit pissed off because me and Otis spat the exact same shit with the exact same rhyme schemes.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. That was the thing. His third round and your second round were identical.
Yeah, and can I just say, me and Otis don't actually hang out, and I did not know any of his bars when he wrote it. When he spat his shit, I went up to him straight after his battle. I was like, "Bro, you're a fucking dickhead. Everything you said is exactly what I've written as well."
The uncle shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's just on that uncle tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
All right, let's
maybe,
leave it there because that sounds how bad just then.
maybe everyone just needs therapy.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. All right. We like.
I mean, I need therapy too. We're all in this together, boys.
Yeah, we all need a little bit of therapy. To be honest, we just didn't want to pay for therapy. That's why we started watching out.
Exactly. You get your anger out on your opponent, spend a whole month thinking about the bloke and writing stuff about him.
Yep.
And, yeah. Pretty
It
much.
actually does surprisingly good things for you.
Yeah, it actually does. To be honest.
It stresses me out. Like my thing I'm starting to notice with battle rap is like I get like a little bit of excitement like in the first 3 days of knowing that I'm battling, and then I do not think about it for like a
Wait,
month.
that's why. Wait, why do you reckon I write in those? This is all right. Tip for everyone. Me, when I first started writing, I used to take ages. Now I write in 3 days, and then I'll go back to it when the event gets closer. Like when I'm 3 weeks out from the event, and I'll revise everything in that week. So for that other period, I know I've got everything ready, but I'm fucking I can just chill out for the whole time until 3 weeks out. Then I'll rewrite it in the last week, and then for the last 2 weeks, just going over it.
I only hit the panic button literally the night before. I'll be putting the final touches on my rehearsal, and that's when I'll be like,
he had a little
what
scare
if
last
this
time
is
though.
whack? What if this is just straight up whack? Should I just rewrite?
Wait, but this is the thing I've been trying to tell you. There's a thing when you come up with it, that's the feeling you have to remember because going over it 50 times will make you hate it. Especially because you wrote it. You're your own worst critic. For instance, you know how you watch a battle and you'll watch it 50 times over and you'll be like, I'm not sick of these rounds. That's what people will think of yours. But because you wrote it, you're always going to criticize what you have done.
That's exactly what I was telling. Actually, we can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
No one knows.
No, he was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Boom, everyone's like, that's good. Yeah, we didn't say nothing, alright?
Main event.
Alright, main event. The return of Big Yeah. Return of Big Cam Dog with a double G. Yeah. You know what I mean? No,
it was actually really good to see him return.
No, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was great. Sorry about the sirens outside, fellas. We're in the hood.
We're in Elizabeth as well, so this is the.
Oh yeah, we are too.
Yeah, it was a great main event, great return. E-Tang, you could tell he felt the pressure of the moment, but rolling into the third round, you seen him start to gain his feet, which was all I wanted. To be honest, if you guys if you ever get put in those big positions, yes, I want you to show out and everything. But if I can see towards the end of the opportunity, you're starting to find your feet, it shows me even if you didn't necessarily win that, or if it was the person had a great performance versus you, I can see the next time you're going to be able to start off on that same pace. So it's 100%. It's not about being great your first time out or great in the first few. Some people will be amazing from their first few battles. That's just them. Everyone progresses at their own pace. Me, I was pretty crap for my first 3 battles, and I got better. Not saying I'm great, because I'm still pretty crap now, but that's the way I look at it. But yeah, Chimera, killer as always. Probably his best performance ever.
Oh, definitely.
And that's not even just because it was on my league. I've talked to other people and they've been like, yeah, that probably is his best performance.
That is the hardest I've ever seen him come.
Yeah.
That was.
Hell yeah.
Oh, someone clip that, please. That's fun as hell.
Big shout outs for Kimura just loading us up with a whole lot.
Loading us up with great content. It was just oozing out on stage.
As someone you know choked against him, mate.
Hey.
Yeah,
Someone you know
someone choked against him.
Yeah, someone choked against him 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, broadcast. No, but honestly, that was definitely like I'm not going to say maybe it was or maybe it was. I've seen all Kimura battles, every single one of them. That was definitely his best performance.
See,
I can 100% say that.
I'm staying unbiased on this. What do you guys think? People in the
Well,
comments.
if that wasn't his best performance,
people in the comments that were there, or if you've seen the footage, what do you guys reckon? If you've watched Kimura battles in the past, what's your opinion of his latest performance? Because me, I think it was cherry on top, very chef kiss.
and how long has it been since his last battle to come
5
back
years.
like that as well? Okay, 5 years. That's
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
a very great performance. Like, he's very marketable. I'm glad that we could be the ones to support him to the point where he's able to return into the definite spot of, like, well, not grandeur. I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to be a little bit articulate it nicely for you guys.
Articulated. Let's see if the Facebook algorithm figures that one out. Wow.
Wow.
Man, I hope Elon Musk just straight up bodies. The amount of times I've been banned on Facebook, bro.
Can you stop saying about Elon Musk bodying him? Because I just get... Dude, I need to go buy new shoes on tomorrow. Jesus.
Yeah, man. I need to get some new kicks too.
Speaking of which, moving forward, what else is coming up in Adelaide or anywhere else or anything?
Oh, well, we got some big predictions coming. Let's go. Get the card up, my boy.
Which one?
You know that one. Yeah, that one.
All right, so let's talk about what THC TV are up to. So Mr. Greeley is hosting an event in Melbourne called THC Presents Revamp. So the main event on this card is going to be Chazza versus Mr. Ruckman. And then going down the lineup, we got C. Rossi versus Eric Devine, sorry.
Eric the Divine.
That was a stutter and a half. Josh Hill versus Brink, Chuckles versus Dyer, and Burnsy versus myself. Someone sick. It's going to be at Half Naked Almost Famous in Footscray, Victoria. So if you're around the place.
In 2 weeks, 14 days from today.
When I pulled up this flyer, it very rudely reminded me I have not much time to prep for this battle. I wasn't happy about it.
Now, first disclaimer for those of you that would have been loving it. Yes, Decay is on it. But no, I didn't have any hand in this happening. It was just nature of recruitment. They seen the kid liked him and he got the opportunity. This is what I mean about being on our platform can give you opportunities. It's not even about us. I will put you, if you impress me, I am going to go and have words to people that I do know in other places. But I'm not necessarily going to be like, book this kid. But if they see what I see, there's more of an opportunity that they're going to hit your DMs and be like, yo, here's the opportunity.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't want to talk myself up in any way either because I don't like doing that. But people don't understand how much I actually work on this dream. So and I'm pretty open about this. There's people out there that think that I had to get my knees dirty to get the opportunities I've got. If you genuinely believe that, do what I do better. And I'll be more than happy to give you props when you do it. And that's not me trying to put myself on a pedestal. I want to see everyone do better. And I always give credit where credit's due. But then people who kick back, don't really do much, and then want to take little jabs like that. It's kind of well, man,
see, here's the thing.
Where's your work ethic?
But here's the thing. I've been battling for a long time, and as I say, the newcomers work hell hard, and I see Decay. Of course, he's part of the team. I see him when he prepares and all that. But I never give him material. I don't do any of that. But he genuinely impresses me. Just if he's not writing battle bars, he's writing tracks. If he's not writing tracks, he's doing artwork for us or something. The dude's doing literally design stuff for us right now while he's on the stream. But he's literally a machine when it comes to work. So.
And I literally do this stuff because.
And the thing is, it's not. And the graphic design stuff doesn't equate into the opportunities that he gets because. He would not be getting opportunities if he wasn't dope. So that's the thing.
You can
And
be a whack rapper and still good at design. That's got nothing to do with the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if people want to take my job and be a better graphic designer, I encourage them because it's like I've got lots on my plate. I'm happy to share if people think they can legitimately do it better. Like I'm just out here doing what I do because like I like to keep busy as a person. That's just how I like to do things.
nah, mate, fucking, there's no finder's fee coming now. He fucking went under my wing, so that 10% became mine.
Look, long story short, he lives north, right next to us. So
It's our territory.
yeah,
At some point, it was a rumor that I lived in the studio during a
Let's be
particular
honest.
part of my life.
Let's be honest. For like 2 weeks, you did.
yeah.
Yeah,
He literally like, I'd come in here and he'd be asleep on the couch.
that happened.
But that's the thing.
And then I'd just hear like, "Welcome to the stream," and just have big flashbacks almost fall off the couch.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he'd be dead asleep until like 2 in the morning, and I'd just scream, "Welcome to the stream, everyone!" And he'd just jump up out, ah!
Yeah,
Like, looking around like I literally just started the stream. He was so funny. That was the best. That whole time period when we first made this place was awesome. So, still awesome now, but it feels like it's home. You know what I mean? We've been sitting here for a while. Eventually, the plan is. Should we tell him the plan, the long-term plan, just to be funny about it?
Why not?
The one with
Which one?
the big plan that like travels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I don't care if Bodsy gets a little bit angry. But yeah, I don't care if Bodsy gets a little bit angry. But guess what? We're telling you right now. We got a big plan for the next year. Scroll down. I got to see if Bodsy gets angry at this one. Bodsy's got to get angry. Come on. Let's see if Bodsy gets angry. Come on. It's the thing we were talking about yesterday, Bodsy. That's going to cost a few $1,000s.
7 to be exact.
Yeah, 7 or 9 to be exact, depending on
Go
which
on
one.
marketplace, see what you can find.
Oh,
for
are we
7.
talking about the thing with the that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I still had no idea
with
what
the things that goes
fuck you were
round and
talking
round,
about. Yeah.
round and round. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's see if Bodsy starts chiming in. Like, you better not tell him. I just want to get his okay because I don't want to tell you. But I'll
He's
tell-
probably like
he's probably sitting there like crying. He's like ringing my phone.
He's probably playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, he probably is playing Call of Duty. Nah, he literally commented, "Yes, tell him." All right, here we go.
Just because of that, we're not going to tell them.
Yeah, no, then that's not.
Moving on. So next week.
No, all right. We are going to be buying a decommissioned bus, and Mr. Someone Sick has volunteered to get his heavy vehicles license. Yeah,
What?
yeah. We're going to pay for it, and you're going to get your heavy vehicles license.
Yeah, you're nominating the one person that can only drive halfway.
Yeah, no, but we're also going to.
But yeah, I'm going to fix that up.
Yeah, we're also going to. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we're getting a bus, a decommissioned bus that we're going to rip the back half out of. We're going to like build a studio in there. There's going to be like a TV, a fake wall. Like we're going to use inverters to run them all, and it's going to be crazy. There's going to be the tour bus, bro. We're going to be 9 seats on the bitch or something like that. And then
Ooh, yeah.
everyone's going to be going on the road, lad. We're going to be taking the team on the go, and we'll be taking that show on the road to other states. And then we'll be able to finally book other places. We'll be doing tryouts, but this is all like down the year, so don't start hitting DMs like, "Oh, we're getting tryouts in Melbourne."
Oh yeah, when are you coming to Brisbane?
Hang on.
We're so sick of
Hang on.
hearing that.
If you want us to do all of this,
I don't want to
go
go anywhere
subscribe
near
to our
Brisbane.
Patreon.
Yeah, go subscribe to
That
the
goes
Patreon.
towards
That makes it
our future plans.
That makes it possible for us to do that stuff. Or if you want to help us personally, go donate to the PayPal link that is in Twitch or YouTube or something like that. To be honest, I should have left it in the link of the YouTube, but you learn after you do it. So, yeah, that's the plan for that one. But onwards with the THC card, because, yeah, obviously the first one off the rank, we got Decay versus Burnsy. And unfortunately, I'll tell you right this, I'm not going to say any other details, but there was some talks about me being on the card that fell through, and I'm sorry, but not happening.
Mr.
But-
Suds will be there anyway.
Yeah, I'll be there. If they're coming there and you want to come chat to me, I'll be pretty drunk because I don't have any obligations that weekend.
It is going to be
I
different
wish.
going to an event that is not ours, and we don't have anything to worry about.
This
Yeah.
is my first time going into state, lad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Straight up, like in general. At all.
yeah. To be honest, I love Melbourne. Like, shout out all my Melbourne heads. Melbourne is
very
awesome. That's one of my favorite places to go visit. I always love the vibes there. It's sick. It's like, to be honest, I love like if the weather was like Perth, it would be perfect.
Can I just say I'm going to
Perfect.
spend
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
the whole time, my entire diet will be just kebabs.
Yeah, he'll be going to kebab shops at 4 in the morning, like, "What's up,
Yeah.
boss?" I can guarantee it.
Anyone that's been to Adelaide would know Adelaide has the shittest kebabs in Australia.
You mean Euros's?
Oh yeah, that.
I like that.
Yeah.
See. So yeah, it's just gonna be crazy. Like,
Can
especially.
we go on a little break and then we'll do
Yeah.
some predictions on the card?
Yeah, we'll go give you a little break because we've told you about it's happening and we're gonna be there. So we'll give you a little break.
Go fold your laundry if you haven't.
Yeah.
Do your
We'll
dishes.
be right back later.
Wave at them, wave at them,
Wave
wave
at
at them,
them.
wave at them, wave at them, wave at them, wave at them, wave at them.
Now. Cool. What's up, people?
Hello, internet.
Hello, internety. I'm walking through. Yeah, it's hot as. We got the heater on here. So we're going to turn that bitch off in a second.
Shout out my brother Nerd One who just tuned in. Big shout out to all the boys at GF. Big day ones. What are we going to talk about now? Mr. Scott?
Now, shout out my unofficial sponsor, Red Bull. Now we're going to keep talking about that event. Burnsy versus Decay. Very, very impressive matchup from both people. Like Burnsy, he's only had one battle, but I was there live for it at Winter Jam in like 2018, 19. Don't quote me, I can't tell you what year it was. It was like 5 years ago, something like that. And he was dope then. And the thing is, when people don't have activity, it doesn't mean they're not getting better. So this is what I tell everyone that I know that battles or anyone that battles for my league, I tell them, aim for someone that's better than what you're seeing in the video because you never know when they're going to rock up and be crazy. So
And I have a feeling Mr. Burnsy is definitely going to come better than he did last time, purely for the fact that one big red flag for me in his battle that's up on the Real Talk channel is he definitely sits there and looks at conspiracy videos, and that's something that I do as well. So, like, I have a feeling he's really going to challenge me on that, but he's also he's had a lot of time to do some research, and he's going to I have a feeling he's just going to get some weird stuff going. So I'm kind of keen for this matchup because, like, I have a feeling, like, me and him will have, like, a very similar sort of style, and it's just going to be more of a case of just who's better at it. So, like, I'm pretty keen for it. And my first time interstate, not even just for a battle, but, like, full stop. So I'm just pretty keen to get out and about and have some fun and do stuff. I'm also, like, slightly worried. Like, this is the first battle that I've kind of just been somewhat anxious about, like, the whole time thinking about it, because it's like, all right, this is my first time.
But this is the thing, right? This is where people don't understand that, like, being a battler, home ground advantage is real. Like, I remember the first time I went into state to battle and it scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's so intimidating. And then once you get it done, that city feels like it's conquered. So you don't have to worry about that city anymore.
Yeah.
But the process always repeats. Like, it doesn't matter where you're going new.
Yeah.
Like, when you go to a new city, it'll always scare the crap out of you.
See, I'm not just going there to win that battle. Like, I've got to win the Melbourne crowd too. Like, that's going to be a whole different.
This is the thing, right? It's an uphill battle because if you're not from the city, it's always going to be an uphill battle because people want to see, like, naturally want to see their hometown guy win. You know what I mean? So you're always going to have that stigma when you're moving forward as any battler if you're not from that city. Sorry, guys. I drank a Red Bull and I got hiccups and Decay ain't saving me at all. He's just sitting there typing on his PC.
Typing away some confidential stuff.
I'm just trying to get rid of the hiccups.
Got to scare you.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
No, I know how to scare you.
Yeah.
Battling in 2 weeks.
Don't care. On to the next battle. Chuckles versus Dyer. I'm going to sit out on this one because I don't know either of these guys.
Both these guys, I've seen Dyer. He was at Winter Jam as well. And he recently battled Brink in a one-rounder. Not even sure if that's been made public or anything yet, so I'm not 100% on that. But I know it happened at the dojo. Shout out all the guys that run that. Crazy. There's so much stuff going on in Melbourne, Adelaide, everywhere. Like, if you know someone or if you aren't doing it, get involved. But anyway, they had a good battle. And I seen him at Winter Jam, and he had a good battle there. So, and Chuckles, I do believe, was just on the Tassie THC card. He had a decent performance as well. So I can't even predict the way that's going to go. I just know both guys, if they show up, can do good things for the way that they're looked at. Because that's the thing. Anyone that's on this card has the potential to move up. Like, be it rankings. And as for the rankings, like, yes, we are ranked, but it's subjective, bro. Like, this is what I'm telling everyone. It's not about like, oh, this guy's ranked, so I got to aim for him. It's like, no, this is the way I'm telling people. Is like, there's going to be a bunch of returns. People are inevitably going to want to come back, get their spot, or get where they see themselves at. So they're going to aim to get these battles with people that are like, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, like wherever they picture themselves, they're going to be pitching for those battles. And if the leagues want those people to return, then more than likely they're going to be able to push that narrative and want that matchup. And the thing is, a lot of people that aren't ranked are probably better looks than the people that are. So just always be looking at it and think, what can I do? And if you aren't anywhere near the rankings, if you're like, you're just coming into it, don't be aiming for people that are there. Just be aiming to establish yourself as a battler. And then the performances coming, just keep stepping up every time.
The biggest hint is in the operative word active. You're not sure what that means, Google it, but that's a very big hint on what you need to do. You don't necessarily have to battle the dude in the number one spot to move up the ladder. You just got to be active.
Exactly. But the thing is, even especially if you're new, like, especially with the rankings being established, it's just the people that have been active. So, I like how 6 was walked in.
It's delayed.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
If the thing's delayed as I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't view anymore.
Yeah,
What's going on?
it's delayed as, obviously, there's a 15-second delay on all the
Oh.
stream. This guy's like leaning back and forth, like, oh, am I in the stream? Douchebag.
Back to what we were saying.
But yeah, like,
It seems like a lot of people didn't realize what active means.
yeah, the thing is, no, like, it's not even about that. Like, to every older head that's wanting to come back, I want to see that back because I want to see this active list because the bigger people that come in and slide people out, it just means the bigger the active list is Australia-wide. It's a win for the culture in general.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean anything for you to think, oh, I want to battle this person because for the way that the rankings could go in the next 6 months, I could slide out, he could slide out, 90% of the people that are in there now could slide out because there is crazy people within Australia. We have a massive talent pool that people don't realise. So,
and if I manage to slip off that list because someone is more active than me, I wouldn't even be mad about it.
That's the
I
thing.
understand how the list works.
That's the thing. After this THC event, I completely understand if people slide above where I am because I've done one battle this year.
Hypothetically speaking, if I start my own league and book myself for 40 battles, 1 second rounds.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Because
that's how active I am.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? Battle with me?
I'll be number one, yeah.
You're an active.
Let's do 40 battles with myself, 1 punchline battles.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. Don't be giving these guys stupid ideas. Come on now, Sick.
All the old heads like sitting, rocking back and forth right now. Like, how do I start a league? What do I do? What do I do? Hey, ChatGPT, how do I start a rap battle?
Well, ChatGPT gives you a 6-point plan and it's actual dope. Actually, can someone please do that at home and just send me a screenshot of what the ChatGPT said? How do I start a battle league? I'm really interested to see, but I don't want to do it.
I'll do it right now.
No. I want to see if the guys can be interactive with us. Send it to my Facebook. If I get it, I'll feel my phone go off in my pocket. Yeah, how much woodchuck wood? A lot of it. Don't try and quest me on.
And if I bring food for the drive, what do you want?
Oh, I know what I want.
Well, here's the problem.
Extra spicy.
We have a big problem. This whole time I was looking at KFC, seeing how many there is on the way, but we're leaving in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter, alright? Let's forget about that.
That's the most important thing.
Let's forget about that, alright? I'm sad about that. But here's the thing, we could just get Bodsy to buy KFC the night before, chuck it in the air fryer.
No.
No.
That's good.
No,
KFC in the air fryer actually goes hard, bro. Like,
yeah, it does.
reheating food in the air fryer is
Have you not tried it?
different
Yeah.
That sounds Chad's.
No, it's actually
try it, bro.
It's
Even
not like microwaving it.
You know how, like, chips, like, the next day, like, any kind of chips are just grot?
Yeah.
You can reheat, like, any kind of chip in an air fryer.
Alright, get back on. Let's get back on. Let's stop talking about, like, food. Sorry, guys. We got off on a tangent.
Try it, bro. Just try it.
Mister, I eat food with my hands off the plate. It's not that, bro.
What they're
Can I
saying
tell you what I ate today?
What?
Goat.
is KFC
Lamb trotters. So you know what that is? Lamb feet with try.
I'm bringing sick a rice sandwich.
Yeah, sick. You're getting a rice sandwich.
I've been happy with that.
The thing is, if we actually give you a rice sandwich, are you going to be like, what the hell is this?
If the rice is cooked to my spec, the way I like it cooked.
What, just rice with nothing else? Just 2 pieces
You
of
gotta
pan
have the
and
fried
rice?
egg and everything, whatever it is, the fried rice.
Oh,
No, that's a really good idea for our next like cooking video.
Oh, yeah,
We
that's-
can try and cook something like.
That
really-
reminds me. Sorry, before we go on the THC thing and we keep going about noodles and whatever you're going to say.
Sure.
Right, we will be documenting the whole trip on THC. We'll be making, like, we're all going as a team. I'll be recording and everything will be uploaded eventually to YouTube, but it'll be uploaded to Patreon as it's happening on the night of. So I'll be using the hotel's Wi-Fi. Oh, we're not even going that. We're using the Airbnb. So yeah, I'll be using my mobile Wi-Fi to upload it. So if it takes a bit, it takes a bit. But the end of every day, I will upload it. I promise you.
Where you used to be doing not reaction videos to the battles that are there, like judging, like
No,
not judging, but
no.
you know what I mean, like your own
Thing is,
opinion.
that's not our content, so we're not
Yeah.
going to take that place. We're going to let them all do that. But this is just for us. We're going to have fun through Melbourne.
It's just going to be
Like a
like
recap of the battles.
think of a day in the life just over like a couple of days.
Yeah,
That's what we're
exactly.
doing.
Just think about traveling with a bunch of your mates, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much going to be the whole thing. And like, shout out to the other boys that are coming: Scotty, Tommy, Decay, Sick. I'm not coming. I'm very
Come on.
Oh no, we're not going. Oh, you guys don't go.
Fuck that.
Where are we going?
Nowhere. Bendigo.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I don't
Gotta
mind.
go to bed and go to get me green cube, Morty.
What's the next question?
I don't know. I'm currently looking at the track list of curses. And
go to. I think it's this one.
Speaking of cursor,
Alright,
can you do the curse?
next one. Sorry, I forgot about this one. We got Josh Hill from, I believe, from Tasmania versus Brink. Alright, Josh Hill, I can't say I'm familiar with. I'm not sure if he's battled or not. I haven't watched anything. Brink, as most of you just know, I've been friends with for a pretty long time now. I didn't actually
And
realize.
shout outs to Brink. He was on our first event.
Yeah, shout out Brink all the time, legend. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from Josh Hill, but Brink I know will come hard like crazy in that battle. So
Stop saying that, boys. Come on,
As
man.
part of this community, or-
Grow up. This is not a plug to OnlyFans. I swear.
no, yeah, but anyway, yeah, I know he's gonna come prepared on the night to deliver for all the fans and everything. I know that he's been excited, and this is one of the opportunities he's wanted for a long
You could
time.
say he is gonna pre-cut.
Alright, nah. This guy, damn it. Don't ban us though. But anyway, he's going to definitely deliver. Josh Hill, I know, like being one of the Tassie boys, all them guys are seriously talented, big roster. Shout out to Tasmania always. Like I've always loved Tasmania. That's why I have features with Tasmanian artists and stuff like that. But anyway, besides the point. That battle I expected to deliver from both sides.
I've never actually seen a Josh Hill.
I don't know if he has battled or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be Team Brink for this one just for the sake of I've seen Brink battle before. But then again, he could get bodied by this Josh Hill.
I like to. Here's the thing. I like to stay impartial. Even if you're my boy, I'm not going to try and look overly like zealous because I believe in fairness and especially judging a battle. If you lose the battle and you're my boy, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you like you probably
Straight up,
lost.
yeah.
Like I'm not one of them guys that's going to lie to you because overall, that the person that tells you the truth is more of your friend than the person that lies to
Constructive
you.
criticism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, that being said, like I expect Brink to probably deliver, and because I don't know Josh, I'm gonna say Brink will win 2-1, being generous, if not 3-0. That's just my personal opinion. I'm guessing that's probably the consensus of most people that have watched battle rap as well, because I can't say I'm too familiar with Josh Hill. But if anyone does know or has watched him battle, if you can link me, I will be much appreciated.
And we'll put a disclaimer
100%.
on the next stream and take back everything.
And the next stream I'll be like, oh, I've watched his battles and he's dope, so don't worry. But yeah, on from that we got the co-main event.
Eric Devine.
Yeah, C Rossi versus
C
Eric Devine.
Rossi is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and so is Eric. This is the thing, both of them guys
Eric
are really
It's a good
talented.
Very
matchup, yeah.
talented.
Yeah, both of them guys are very talented, and if either of you are watching, shout out, 100% respect. If you
C Rossi's only had one.
if you want to play, you want to come out here, hit me up. I'll sort it out straight away. That's nothing. Like that's not me being a suck up or anything. You guys are pretty talented. Like I'm more
How
than
many
happy
times
to have
has
you
he
guys
battled
promoted.
with that Chuckles? Twice or 3 times?
Yeah, so they had a freestyle battle
Yeah.
and then they decided to do an acapella one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the thing. Like you guys are pretty talented. Like shout out. I'm definitely keen for this battle. I don't know who's gonna win. I like personally, like I like Eric's style a little bit more because it doesn't feel like it's padded. It's just more direct.
Mm.
But that being said, C Rossi is C Rossi. Sorry, see this is the thing. Sorry, C Rossi, but because you and Chuckles have gone head to head twice, like for a while I was getting you confused, but now I've got you like in my head. No offense, but when you battle the same person twice and you don't have any other battles, it can kind of like. But then I've watched them a few times over, and this is the thing: I watch a lot of battles, so I do get confused with people, especially if you're new and coming up. But once you've done a few, like, you'll be burned into my brain.
Eric has really cool delivery as well.
Yeah.
Like, especially like in his last battle, man. Like he has a way of like delivering something that's just like
That's what I mean. It's direct. It's just short and to the punch.
It's direct and like he's very short and to the punch, but then like he'll stop for a second, like kind of have a chuckle at his own shit, and that winds the crowd up
This
too.
is the thing,
like,
yeah. People don't realize that playing to the crowd isn't necessarily trying to be Superman the whole time.
yeah,
Playing to the crowd is just playing to the crowd. You can do it on a comedy aspect. You can do it on a like, I'm killing him. You know what I mean? You can do that URL style, or you can be like jokey about it, and you can be like the Tony D style, where you're like, ah, he's pretty good, isn't he? Like, and get the
Yeah.
crowd playing off it. Like, it just depends, man. Personality shines through. Because when I was young, I'd want to emulate like, a lot of battlers that I seen, and I realized like, why do I want to be like them when I can be the first person that's me? And that's like the thing
deep, bro.
the one thing that shines through the most is just your personality. So don't be scared to show it, because your personality, no one else can be like you. That's it.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Like, and that's a lot of thing. I see people like, and authenticity is another thing about battlers. You'll be like, oh, one thing that people be like, oh, I can't tell, but he's dope, but there's something I can't put my finger on. And a lot of that time, it's like being inauthentic. People not being able to be like, oh, I love his bars, but it doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing. But a lot of these battlers on the card, all of them feel real, and that's the one thing that makes them so like marketable. Doesn't feel like they're doing someone else. Like, I see people get inspiration from big battlers, but they're not like biting their style. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, on to the main event. Shout out C. Rossi and Eric Devine. I know both of you are going to kill it. Just drill it.
Yep.
And yeah, shout out to the main event. Mr. Ruckman versus Chazza.
Why is your mouse that big? What the hell is up with that?
That's a MacBook thing, bro. If you just
Yeah.
like the mouse,
You're joking.
Yeah.
I don't know what the benefit is.
Alright. Let's just keep going. Alright. In the main event, Chazza versus Mr. Ruckman. I believe Mr. Ruckman has battled before. I reckon I've seen it.
He's changed his name twice now.
Yeah,
That song
yeah,
27 Club by him, I'm sorry, that's so fucking good. I play that every day.
See, this is the thing.
27 Club.
I know that his music is dope too. Like, I've
Yeah.
listened to a few of them. Can't say I was like he's in my rotation or anything like that, but when I did check him out, I was like, okay, we got a battle on our hands. And
I've been a big fan of him since like his one of the first few battles against Subtle MC.
yeah, this is the thing. Like,
He's been around
this
for
is
a long
you
time.
can take
Yeah.
this like, because I can't say I'm like off the top of my head remembering, but everyone I talk to about him is like he's really dope. So
Yeah, he was doing multis before multis were cool.
yeah, the other thing is,
Yeah.
if you look at his music now, it's very.
I don't know about his music. I've never heard his
His
music. I'll be
music
honest,
is
but I've
very-
seen a few of
his
his
music
battles.
is-
He's crazy.
His music is very, very multi-heavy, but like him versus Chazza, it's a good thing, especially with the eyes that are on Chazza. Like, no offense to Ruckman, but there is an A side and a B side when it comes to battling, and I would say with the exposure and the like recent relevancy to battle rap, Chazza is that A side. But that doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that it's going to be one-sided. It just means that like I would say that Ruckman has the uphill battle winning the crowd. Like, that's just my view of it. But Chaz is dope. I like his style, but I feel like there's room for improvement in a lot of the stuff he does. But for someone that's just coming off the back in first battle, like, especially being put into this place, it'll be either his chance to step up or like just float in the standard spot he is now. So for everyone that's keen for that battle, I probably would say it's going to go Chaz's way, just because of in the room. I think he will win.
I would like you otherwise.
No, but I think in the room he will win, unless hear me out. People were going there to root against him.
Yeah, some people.
You know what I mean? Being in Ruckman's home, if like people.
He's from Sydney, isn't he?
No, he's from Melbourne. I'm
Is
pretty
he?
sure.
I could
Yeah.
swear he was from Sydney, unless he's moved. That's
Yeah, no, I think he's from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people can assume that Chaz is riding. This isn't my opinion, but some people can assume that Chaz is riding away from other people's reaction videos.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Like.
But that's kind of thing. You could
he's,
say
he's going into that with the wrong.
But this is the thing. You could say the exact same thing about
Yeah.
us right now. That us doing this is off the back of battlers' relevancy, when really it isn't. It's just for the culture. So like I understand when people try to say, "Oh, he's off the back of that relevancy," but when we look at it from the outside perspective, who else was doing reactions to Australian music or anything like that?
Yeah,
No one.
yeah.
So you can't really say it's relevant because of that when he was the one doing us the favor for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
shout out Chazza because literally,
Seriously,
bro,
man.
it's a favor for the culture. You're doing that. It's not anything else. Like, oh yeah. So anyone that tries to say it's a relevancy hop because he does this, no. He did a lot for the culture, decided to move over here, and because he did a lot for the culture, he benefits from it. There's no doubt about that. But people can't say the same like about Greeley. Look at what he did for THC and Tassie hip hop, and everyone loves Greeley. But he got features and everything. He did features with people that are massively relevant artists because of Tassie hip hop. But it's not like that was indirectly benefit. It
Yeah.
was him just helping the culture in general.
Mm.
So shout out to everyone doing big things in Australia. I love to see it. But yeah, pretty much wrap it up. I'd say yeah, Chazza will probably edge that. But depending on if the reception turns into Ruckman like home crowd advantage, because like I said, being at home is also a big benefit.
Mm.
But the thing is, Chazza doesn't really have a home crowd advantage anywhere in Australia. So this guy's gonna be like feeling like he's battling away no matter where he battles. So he has that advantage of like no matter where he battles in Australia, it's not gonna be the home field.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
He's only just
How do you
moved to
think of
Sydney,
him?
hasn't he?
I don't know. He's
No, I haven't
lived
done
in Australia for a bit. Yeah, but that being said, shout out to all the boys from THC. Shout out the sponsors for it. Shout out Battle Rap AU. Shout out everyone that's on the card. That's going to be crazy. We cannot wait to be there. And if you're going to be there too, and you say what's up, I might buy you a drink. I'm in a good mood. But
Take
moving on.
that and play it back to him on the night.
Yeah, play that back to me on the night, and I'll get you a drink. Not even kidding.
Because me and Soap didn't have a bet, and Soap said he would hit his sock. And
Did you fulfill that bet that you
No,
had
he
last
didn't.
event?
This is the thing.
shut up.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
gonna know. That's
No,
not.
did you fulfill
Well, I don't
that?
believe it was a 3-0.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Yeah,
I would argue others. I would
Yeah, it
say,
doesn't matter. We said your judgment doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I'd probably say 90%.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we used to, I'd say that 90% of our staff would say it was a body. So you're going to shave your beard.
Yeah, you still haven't brought them.
Exactly. Alright, we'll move on from that one. But yeah, what was the next part of the news we were going to say?
Well, we got a couple of choices. We could either talk
That-
about this
that
one
dr-
or
the drill one.
this one.
Alright, yeah, we're going to talk about something. This is a big special thing. If you've been around in the hip hop scene for a long time, this one probably hit you in the feels too. Knowing that Curse's last album he said he was going to do. We never know what's going to happen in the future, but you know, the last album, Gift and a Curse, it's got mixed reactions. Some people love him, some people hate him. I have to say, for years I was like, in the beginning I loved him, and then for a few years I was like, no, he's whack. And then now looking back, you just have to go like respect to the career. He's dope.
And
There's
respect
no
the
doubt
hustle
about
too.
Yeah.
Like he has a solid work ethic.
it. Yeah,
Like,
his
I was
work
doing a
rate's
bit
crazy.
of a read up here.
Ever
Like
since the heist, man.
I'm
Even
gonna just
before.
like paraphrase here.
Crazy.
Where was it that I read it? So I read somewhere, like I'm not a big Cursor fan myself, so I do a bit of research, but I read somewhere that before, like pre-COVID, well, it actually says here, yeah, so he would write his albums in a 4-month period between tours. And that was his work rate. It was album 1, tour,
Yeah.
4 months, bang, album 2. And his plan was to do 10 albums in 10 years, and COVID kind of ruined that. Like it did a lot of things for a lot of people, which sort of I suspect might have worked in the favour of the fans because I also took a look at the track list and it's a solid 23 track list album of proper length tracks too. Like there's only a couple of them that are less than 3 minutes and there's like it's a over an hour long album.
Yeah.
So he's definitely had time to just sit back and work
This is
on
the
it.
thing, right? It reminded me of the old school like Eminem albums. You know, when like you'd get an Eminem album like 2004 and have like 22 tracks on it.
Mm,
Like that was the thing, like Eminem show and stuff like that.
mm.
But this is even better because there's no skits in it or anything. There's no like 4 tracks that ain't actual tracks on there, so it isn't like a 17 track album. This is legitimate 22. So
Yeah.
shout out the King Curse because most of us, let's put it this way, we're sitting here in this table probably because of the influence that Cursor and 360 had on both of us.
Oh,
He put
100%.
he put this, what was it, the straight rap on them? Not necessarily straight rap, but put it
The
on the
gutter
map.
rap.
Sort of
The
gutter rap.
essays.
Yeah, well, not
Yeah, the
essay.
lads
That's what
at
they
that
call it
time.
these days. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
the
gave all
lads
the
at that
Yeah,
time.
albums a
yeah.
platform,
Yeah.
for sure.
And you know what's good about him? Like, he never got any of his music played on the radio or on TV
Yeah, and I
At
got
the
big
beginning,
respect
so-
for
Got
Cursor
blacklisted
for
from
like.
Triple J.
Yeah, his vendetta against Triple J, like I've
Yeah.
always been like Team
That's
Cursor on
that's
that.
a
Like he
that's
is
a
a big voice.
legendary
Everyone can talk
Yeah.
all the shit that they want, but yeah, at the end of the day, who's made more moves?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff's
exactly.
a legendary proportion. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's definitely one of the kings. I just gotta say, like, there's a few songs on that have been in my playlist, like "Move with the Rhymes," "Reppin'," and
I like Tell 'Em How. That's what I imagine. Like
yeah,
that's definitely like you can hear 50 Cent
Yeah.
influence in that, and I really like that. Like I can hear like I've just put this track on shuffle. I can't name any of the tracks, but just from what I've heard, like I'm hearing all sorts of like obvious influences.
Yeah,
Where it's
you
like
can-
you can tell he listens to 50 Cent. You can tell he listens to this and that.
yeah. But the
And
thing
like,
is, it's like you can tell that
but he
he's come
pulls-
into his own because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he got the like Lloyd Banks feature ages ago, and like he had the massive features, and now he's like on that spot that's pretty crazy, and especially with the platform that he's had for so many years, especially being independent, it's really, really impressive. Like he puts the new generation on, especially in Sydney, and that's
yeah.
He's
really good.
influenced the
Like,
way people approach like.
but that's the
music
thing. The
is
way
what-
I
yeah.
see Cursor too, it would be a lot to do with him, like the way you conduct yourself within the scene and stuff like that. That's why Cursor isn't the biggest fan of some people, and yet other people he's like, yeah, cosign, because he sees the way people conduct themselves, and it's the same with like. But that's the thing, you won't really get a cosign from none of those bigger heads unless you live in those states and stuff like that. Most of these artists that live in places like all over Australia, it's either your local guys co-sign you or you're doing it by yourself. And the thing is, a lot of people will do it by themselves. And then after they start seeing that success, people will want to co-sign them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you've proved yourself. So don't see it as like, oh, he didn't want to help me in the beginning, so I'm not going to let him help me now, because that's biting your nose off to just to spite your face. There's no reason to do it when really you're going to benefit just by having those cosigns. So never be too proud or think screw this person because of something. Like unless they've actually you've had negative dealings with them, don't ever write anything off. And that's coming from a professional level, not like anything else. But yeah, I think it's one of those things that.
Speaking of Cursor, like it is off topic, but it's not. But who was there for the him versus Immaculate battle league? Was someone singing?
I believe Shayna was.
I was there.
Yeah,
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 you see me
you
in
were
the
there.
background of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I wasn't there. No.
and the rates versus
Dunked.
Dunk's battle. I was
Yeah.
there. Yeah, for that one. That was
I remember that one.
2011, I think.
Trust me, I remember that. That was the
I
first time
wasn't
I
there.
got
Yeah, before the Nebulizer album came out, just before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
Dog.
took a photo of someone took a photo with Cursor. I'm not going to say their name, but yeah, I took a photo of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like if he does another album, I'll be surprised. But if he does, then we'll be here talking about it in like.
He's been a
2
man
years'
of
time.
his word so far, so I don't imagine we'll get another album out of him.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think
he'll
so.
be pretty firm.
I think we might
I
just get
reckon he'd
features.
still drop random tracks here.
That's
He's not.
what I mean.
He's not
We'll just get
retired 100.
features.
Yeah, yeah, he's just going to turn around and just be like,
I
he's going to
reckon-
drop singles and he's
Yeah,
going to have like an
Or a
asterisk.
diss track every
Yeah,
day.
he's
No,
going to
no,
have an asterisk at the bottom
not
and be
even
like,
that.
I said no more albums.
Yeah, the thing is, he'll probably just do features with people. But anyway, moving on. The last thing on the agenda, I think.
Not that one. This one. All right, so on the 28th of July, Mr. Cogs1 from Perth is going to be coming for his Drown 'Em and Spit tour at Jack and Jill's basement. Tickets are available on Mosh Tix, by the way. Myself and Soap Suds and Tommy Terra are going to be representing Watch Your Mouth and supporting at this gig.
Can I just say quickly before we go forward? It's a big honour to be on this tour
Yeah,
because the
no.
Drown in Spit is like one of my
Fucking
favourite
oath.
Cogs
Yes,
tracks.
yes,
So to be,
yes.
so to
yes.
be like the whole series, but
Yeah.
like so to be on this tour is one of the fucking greatest things I could ask.
Boy,
for.
I'm off
Yeah.
camera.
Shout out to Kay and Cogs for
Yeah.
making.
Well, I'm
it
off
possible.
camera right now, but I want to salute these cunts literally just like a
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
even
Just
standing.
I'm going to salute these
Yeah.
cunts on the night.
And everyone
Yeah.
knows I'm a big fan of Cogs and I look up to him as well. So for me, it's especially like, it's a special moment for me. Like, I've only been doing this hip hop stuff for like 12 months. And like 12 months ago, I was listening to Cogs every day being like, man,
Yeah.
that's my Eminem, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So being
fucking
able to be on a stage with him and like, because like this is a live stream, I'll make a little announcement for you, but like I will be doing playing some singles from my upcoming mixtape that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a split with Tommy Terra. And I'm also going to be using one of Cogsy's old beats from back in the day that everyone will recognise, and I'm going to do my own little remix of that. So you guys are going to love that. There's also
And
going to
some
be
people
Gucci
might
and
think
Ken's.
some people might think he's a certain animal for using it.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you know, you know, though.
If you know, you know. It's
Yeah.
it's a particular kind of
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah, if you know, he might be a animal.
But enough of myself. Goobsy and Ken's are also going to be supporting too. Yeah, Mr. Sick finally got it.
Yeah.
It's not an animal, it's a reptile.
Now they're going to figure it
And
out.
now they're gonna figure it out.
Well, actually-
whoops.
No, actually, this will be a big hint for like anyone who's watching that was there at the very first time I played a live set. I have already remixed this Cogs track, and I wrote that track while sitting at the front of the venue on the first time I performed on a stage. And I don't have the bars for it anymore, so I have to rewrite it. But I've already done this before, so some people might already know. But pretty keen for that. But yeah, so that's July 28th. So get your tickets because I imagine this is going to sell out pretty quickly.
Apparently, let's just let them know right now. The going reactions to Facebook are already more than the capacity of the venue can hold. So if you want to go, get your fucking tickets.
Because I don't have a ticket yet.
No, it's already dead set. Over.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because like Soap said this a little while ago, like maybe a week ago, he said something about that, and he's like people are gonna have to get tickets ASAP, and I forgot that I was supporting it.
And he went to
Fuck,
Parliament.
I need to go and get a ticket like straight away, bro. Like, and then I was like, oh shit, no, I don't need to get one.
No, yeah, if you're interested in going, go get your tickets because I know that this will sell out. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So,
and it's gonna be awesome. Like, it is gonna be.
Yeah, come say what up, and Decay will buy you a drink at that one because I'm not.
If I have money. Hip hop doesn't pay, so the chances of me buying you a drink very slim, unless you're a single mum.
Slim to none. And if you're a single mum,
Slim to none, unless you were
a single mums.
Straight up.
Fuck it, come support Shano, will buy you a drink.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, me and Shano will go halves and buy you a drink.
Yeah.
We're both broke.
Yeah, they'll just they'll pour half of their beers each into
It's
your
got to be a
glass.
gin and orange juice.
And
so
my
it's
half
gotta
of the
be that.
contribution is going to be paid for with someone Six credit card.
Yeah.
Sick. It's a 3-man transaction.
If someone gets me KFC, I'll agree to all these.
Yeah, I'll get you KFC with your card.
Modern problems require modern solutions. Let's be honest, we're having a lot of fun tonight. We pretty much didn't have anything else to talk about, so if you've got any final questions, let me know.
Let's go back to that top secret information that Bodsy said we can't share. We're not going to share that.
We're going to share that. So, all right, let's see.
Bodsy, are you in the
Bodsy,
chat?
you're not in the chat?
Technically, you can't stop us.
Yeah, he can't stop us unless he says it.
Let's give him clues and hints and just give him a tease.
All right, let's put it this way. You know when you earn a shitload of XP, that's what the next event is named after.
So what Bodsy's actually doing is he's been given a special assignment, and I can't say too much in fear of it nerfing our possibilities of going overseas, but Mr. Bodsy's going to Afghanistan for a couple of years. And he's not going to
Starting a league there called
Why don't you
Watch
bring
From
Bodsy
Majab.
up so he can be...
Yeah, where's Bodsy?
Yeah.
Where's Bodsy?
Where's Bodsy? Oh,
Yeah.
he's in
I
here.
think he's under your
He's
blanket.
in here. He's got to be
Yeah,
here.
I've been keeping him warm.
Oh, there he is. What's up, Bodsy? You want to explain to everyone? What's up, guys? What's up?
I'm so Bodsy, I'm radicalizing.
I'm
I'm getting a white highlights and going to Afghanistan.
I got a Land Cruiser from 2004.
I got big respect for that. I'd do that if I could.
Yeah, same here. I'm not gonna lie.
If there's any opportunities, like, just hit me up.
Yeah, he just wants to fly out there. You know, he'll even take Air India. That shows how much he doesn't care.
I'll catch an Uber there.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
if you know, alright? I bet you Scotty's at home crying right now. Oh.
Wait, you know what you just reminded me of?
What?
Fuck it, this will be the first and only time I do story times. I don't think I've ever done one. In high school, I actually went to high school, believe it or not. We had this, like, when we had our science class, the classroom was shaped like a little bit like an L for some reason. And so, like, you could legitimately, like, if you were on opposite ends, like, you wouldn't be able to see the other room, sort of. You can picture this in your head. And me and my mates, we were sitting at this one table, and we just thought, fuck it, we're gonna slowly just creep this table. So we started, like, where the teacher's desk was like right at the side of one end, and we were sort of sitting here, and we just slowly inched the table over and over like the course of like 45 minutes till we were completely around the corner. She didn't notice. She somehow did not notice, and it's not like she wasn't looking. It was just we were doing this so slowly and just chatting away and keeping her distracted. She didn't realize. We've gotten all the way around the corner, and then finally she's realized, like, where are they? And she's walked out the classroom, gone and had a look for us. Everyone else has held it down and not said anything. She's come back, and at this point, she's going nuts. And she said something about, like, oh, they're all getting suspended or something like that. And so, like, we were pissing ourselves laughing. And she's looked around the corner and seen, and like this whole section that we'd moved the table to was like completely dark. We didn't actually do anything in there. Like, so she's just looked around, seen us, and just straight up all of us, like, yeah, fuck. Like, she lost her shit. And like, this was like, she was like a temporary relief teacher from another country, and like we were assholes. We tried so hard to break her, and that finally broke her. And we all copped it for that. Fun times. I would do high school a million times over, man.
Yeah, but if there's any high school
Take it
kids
back.
watching this and going, man, I wish I was older, stay as long as you can.
Bro, enjoy your time while you can, because everything sucks as soon as you get out of high school.
Yeah, high school was fun. Don't worry about it. All right.
You will never hang out with your mates as often as you did back then.
All right. Final comments and
Harsh life
questions.
lessons.
Yeah, drop some questions and comments.
Final
Come on.
comments and
We've already
questions.
told you, so yeah.
Come on, final
Absolutely.
questions and comments. What do you want to see? Well, who do you want to see on our cards?
Yeah.
Are you in Melbourne? Where do you live? Do you want to meet us if you live in Melbourne?
Where does your mum live?
We'll meet you. We'll meet
What?
you at a kebab store. You know what I mean?
I
What's
have
the
an
3
idea.
digits on the back of her credit card?
There may or may not be a stream in Melbourne.
You
Fuck
heard it
that.
here first.
When are we going to have time to do a stream in Melbourne, bro?
You're not, we are.
Thank fuck, leave me out of it.
Oh wait, yeah, no, we will have time to do a stream
What?
on the Friday night because we ain't doing shit.
And I'm
So we'll
pretty
be
sure
having
that
a
we
late
can do
night
this 2
stream
stories.
in
We can
Melbourne.
go upstairs and.
What is it? 2 stories?
I think so.
Well, sweet. If it's 2
Yeah.
stories, we'll go upstairs, have a big stream from inside some random dude's house. Sorry if you own the Airbnb.
We're going through all your drawers and we're taking pictures and whatever's in there. Before you go wherever you go or do whatever you're doing, just make sure you
clean up your doilies.
hide your stuff, because we're going to be trying it out.
I'll be like, look at this big bitch's underwear. Walking out with like a big show half like cut around my chest.
Someone's got to quote the line from the battle after you said that. You have to do it. I was going to
No.
quote it, but I didn't.
Can't quote it.
You can't quote it. No.
Yep, can't quote it.
I don't even know which one you're talking about.
You know exactly. You're what?
Yeah,
That
can't-
shows how much I care about my own battles, bro.
Yeah, you can't say
I
it.
can't say. I was about to say it. But
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can't
no,
say
I
it.
can't say it. Fuck.
Like that other fella we were at
Yeah.
work with today, he's like asked me, he's like, oh, like just spit me some bars from your last battle. I was like, I blanked. I was like, dude, I don't
And
remember.
shout out to Moors for tuning in. Yeah, we're just about-
Demores.
D to the Moors.
Yeah, we are.
Always been big love for Demores.
Yeah, one of the homies. Always got mad love for the Moors. And nah, it's all good, brother. There's always going to be a next one. We'll have one soon in the next couple months. And bloody oath, we gotta get everything right. To be honest, I'm sitting here. I'm like so tired. You guys want a little insider story? I'm sitting here. Oh, not here. I'm sitting home watching UFC at like 5 a.m. watching the WYM show, and then that finishes. I proceed to watch like the press conference, official weigh-ins or whatever, the ceremonials. So I go to sleep at like 10:30. Wake up at like 12:30 to DK calling me. See, and then so I got up, and now we're here. We are 12 hours later, and I'm tired as hell. So we're gonna wrap things up in a second.
Amen to that.
So yeah, final comments. I'm just gonna go urinate. So you guys,
Might as well call
so
it
what's
a
the-
night, I reckon.
no, not yet. I gotta go do this. You guys can wait for the final comments. I've got to have a second to get them in now that they know it's the end.
In the meantime, Mr. Sick, I have a question for you.
Wait, Demores, do you have any
All right.
questions?
Who
Ask
do you
anything.
believe supplies the funds and weapons to the Israel?
No.
Burn Z has covered this topic.
I don't care. He did it in a
Oh,
battle.
Oh no.
Alright. And if you want some backstory on that, I'm plugging someone else's battle. Go watch Burn Z's battle.
Burn Z versus Yonasan. Just look up Burn Z Real Talk Gauntlet. That's the easiest way to find it. Because trust me, I found it. But it
Yeah,
took
I
me
hope,
a
I
while.
hope you go there and burn
You guys
Z.
going to be doing a
Burns
reaction
E
stream?
in
Or-
Burn
Yeah.
City.
Not in Melbourne.
It burns
No,
when
no,
I
just
pee.
in general.
So I might have heard these.
Yeah, because I met up with this one dirty, and she hurt me.
She was clapping and it wasn't because I was rapping.
Now,
but...
I have a question for you, Dr. Tooth.
Yes.
Actually, I'll start on off camera. Now, I have a question for you, Dr. DK.
Put on the
Yes.
spot.
So shout outs to all the boys and everyone who's jumped in. No, how about this, Bodsy? Shout outs to you.
Yeah, shout outs to
Shout out, Todsy.
Yeah.
Surely you got some questions, Buzzy.
You know what? Let's all say one thing positive about Bodsy. Shano?
I hope you got some questions.
No, you're
I just want some questions from someone. Yeah. No, you start. Something positive about Buzzy you want to say?
Yeah.
You start. You're the one telling the stories.
yeah.
You start.
I got it first. It's positive that he can never get fat because there isn't enough KFCs in his area.
Yeah.
Look, Bodsy has impeccable taste in clothing.
Yeah,
Man has a lot of white outfits. And
Man's
they're
got
all
some taste.
fresh.
Exactly. Anytime I buy white, it comes out looking like a grizzly bear took it off me.
Mm.
And I'm not talking about sick.
And I think DK is my witness. Yesterday I was wearing white and it had a big fat red stain in the middle.
These kids are, let's be honest, someone sick's like when you give your kid chicken nuggets with tomato sauce.
Oh yeah, my wife's banned me from white clothes, but
That's like,
Shout out someone sick for coming to rescue me with jumper leads last night too, because I left my headlights on while I was at work.
look, we need to fix that because you've done that too many times.
Wait, what's the go with this
Yeah.
lawnmower? Apparently, your lawnmower is gangster as fuck, according to
Yeah,
DK.
so I
apparently it's got
borrowed
everything.
Six lawnmower to do my lawns, bro,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
thing is a beast.
Yeah,
like
fuck
it
yeah.
is like literally not only like the physically biggest lawnmower I've ever operated in my life, but like I'm talking the grass was like this long, and I had the lawnmower down here, bro, and it was just going straight through it, cause like the whole lot done in like 10
That's
minutes.
why I want to get one of them
yes,
ride-on
so-
lawnmowers and be like one of those.
Oh, that'd be
What
crazy.
brand is it?
Paramount Browns.
Yeah, fuck John Deere and all that shit.
So here's the story with that lawnmower. I'm really lazy. I can't be bothered doing chores and stuff.
So he
And
bought the best
lawns.
lawnmower he could, so he had
Like I hate doing lawns. It just takes so like you've seen how big my lawns are.
Yeah.
We didn't finish 2 hours. We did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had a really crappy
We still
lawnmower.
need to finish that too.
I had a really crappy lawnmower. It was a Vector or something.
Victor.
Victor? I kept stalling, whatever. I was like, sorry, baby mama, I can't do the lawns. The lawnmower's crap. And she's like, all right, we'll go buy a new lawnmower. And I pointed out the most expensive one, thinking that would say no, but that's how I ended up with that lawnmower.
And it's an awesome lawnmower too. And this is probably me showing my age, but like I'm a young dude, so I'm starting to come into like that part of adult manhood where I'm appreciating a nice lawn. And I'm also working out there are some things that just need to be you don't necessarily have to buy the best of everything, but there are some things
that you need to buy.
like a lawnmower, like a good lawnmower.
Like you want my advice, people? The best things that you buy in life is a good lawnmower, a good whippersnipper, a good TV, a good laptop, and then just a good car.
Don't be a chat.
And while we're on the topic of lawnmowers, we'll end this stream with a special shout out to our sponsors.
You want me to do that again?
How many sponsors?
No. Leave it at that.
I cannot be fucked. Shout out Manscaped. Keep it real.
And with that, you've all got your last minutes in. Have a good night, everyone. Wave goodbye, fellas.